PM Asha schemes to continue with additions center. So PM Asha stands for Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Abhiyan. So this scheme is majorly for the farmers and it will ensure the remunerative prices for farmers, control price volatility of essential commodities to benefit consumers as well. So nutrient-based subsidy rates, they were also fixed here for the upcoming Rabi season on the phosphatic and potassic fertilizers. As we also were discussing regarding the food versus car dilemma. तो कैसे जो phosphoric acid it was very important for the production of batteries and hence the electric vehicles and similarly for fertilizers as well. उसका जो important role था. So center has converged the price support scheme and price stabilization fund schemes in PM ASHA. तो market intervention scheme है ये price deficit payment scheme. तो इसका जो extension है extension of the PASF scheme, it will help in protecting consumers from extreme volatility in prices of agri-horticultural commodities. जैसे कैसे by maintaining strategic buffer stock of the pulses and onion and also for the subsidy of fertilizers, nutrient-based subsidy. फिर राशन beneficiaries in Jharkhand to register with facial recognition. So again, to avoid the benefits for the non-beneficiaries and to have stringent transparency and check over the correct delivery to the beneficiaries themselves. Here, this is regarding the using of facial recognition biometric system for ration beneficiaries. So, Union Minister for Women and Child Development, Annapurna Devi, Wednesday announced that the central government has announced a facial recognition two-factor authentication process for delivering the take-home ration in 6 districts in 6 states, including Ranchi as a model project. So again, initiative. So Saksham Anganwadi or the Integrated Nutrition Support Program. Nutrition में again Jan Poshan Kendras. Poshan Tracker application. Exact definition of climate finance needed, says Environment Minister. So when we talk about climate finance, okay, how climate is related to the financing or the expenditure of a particular government. So Renewable Energy Investors Summit in Gandhinagar, it took place. So inequality gap hai between countries on the issue of technology and finance to achieve the joint goal of tackling climate change. So climate finance refers to investments that are needed to tackle climate change by either mitigation or adaptation. जिसमें हम preventive steps की बात करते हैं to reduce emissions या फिर even preparatory steps to tackle its impacts respectively. तो local, national or even transnational level पे. And of course the climate even that is a transnational aspect. It will never remain limited to a particular country. So globally, all the countries they have to get together and work towards it. So common but differentiated responsibilities and respective capabilities. So when we talk about air pollution, so GRAP norms होते हैं, they play a very important role ahead of winter. So graded plan to tackle pollution, sea changes. So here this is regarding the different stages. इसमें क्या क्या introduce करने की बात हो रही है. So here we talk about the stage 1. The recycling of construction and demolition waste at appropriate process processing facilities is no longer mandated. So under stage two, that is from AQI 300 to 400. So scheduled for regulated operations of diesel generator sets across NCR. उसको tweak करना to accommodate a DG sets, dual fuel mode system, or retrofitted emission control devices. जिससे pollution can reduce. And stage three, जिसमें AQI is from 400 to 500. So revised plan has new additions, जैसे कि restrictions on flying of Delhi registered diesel vehicles of certain categories. Southern states have powered ahead of others. It will need a far-sighted politics to address imbalances. So, since we have been discussing about the regional imbalances that exist within the country itself, okay, so there are some states which are much more richer and prosperous than the other ones, especially when we compare the north and south or the western and the eastern states. So though comparatively the western and the southern states, they are much more prosperous and economically sufficient than the northern and the eastern counterparts. So यहाँ पे Economic Advisory Council, they have examined these trends over the past 6 odd decades. On the one hand, other states like Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, and Punjab. And a sharp contrast is in the growth trajectory of the southern state. So 1991 के reforms के बाद the southern state have seized opportunities that opened up and emerged as leading performers. जैसे IT sector में largely concentrated है in the southern region. So fairly large share of factories as well in India, in the southern states is itself. So much more fund transfer is needed for the lower income state. This is when we talk about the 15th Finance Commission. Two years of cheetah. So recently we have been discussing a lot about the cheetahs, types of cheetahs, and then further where all they are found, the translocation हो रहा है, why are they facing deaths, what are their status, etc. These are all the important factors here. Further important institutions that we can mention here. So again, special investigation teams that are set up to probe the incidents. Further, National Tiger Conservation Energy Agency, which is the project's nodal body of the Project Cheetah, where important national parks are present, majorly in Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, for the cheetahs themselves, to establish a free-ranging breeding population of cheetahs. So self-reliant population, self-sustaining population को create करना is the main aim here. कि वो शिफ्ट होना चाहिए फ्रॉम द प्रोटेक्टिव केयर. तो कूनो नेशनल पार्क एंड गांधी सागर सैंक्चुरी एंड ऑफ कोर्स द नेशनल टाइगर कंजर्वेशन एजेंसी. तो डिजी कवच मेकिंग इंडिया सेफर विद गूगल. तो अगेन पासवर्ड चेक फॉर ब्रीचेस डेली बाय गूगल, स्पैम एंड फिशिंग. तो यहाँ पे अगेन इज रिगार्डिंग द डिजिटल सिक्योरिटी. Further, advanced taxes up 20% in Q2 pit growth stronger. So advanced taxes paid by corporates and other firms and individuals, they rose 20% on year in the second quarter of the current financial year. तो क्या सिग्निफिकेंस होता है एडवांस टैक्स पेड का? Actually, if you can add on this.
This we can say that it is an indicator of the stability of the businesses growth, that they're able to pay advance taxes before the deadline. So we can just take away this thing, and we can say that if advance tax payments are happening, so it is also leading to increased efficiency of the tax revenue growth. So we can say tax buoyancy is increasing with advance tax payments without changing the tax rate. If tax revenue goes up, that indicates that tax buoyancy has enhanced.
Thank you, Ji. Further, Cabinet clears 79,000 crore scheme for benefits of 50 million tribal people. So this again is regarding the same scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri जनजातीय उन्नत ग्राम अभियान. So again under this umbrella scheme as well, ट्राइबल फैमिलीज जो हैं इन द ट्राइबल मेजोरिटी विलेजेस, उनके डेवलपमेंट के लिए पक्का हाउस है, दैट वी जस्ट नाउ डिस्कस रिगार्डिंग द भारत नेट के अंदर ब्रॉडबैंड कनेक्टिविटी इन द 500 विलेजेस, डेवलपमेंट एक्शन प्लान फॉर शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स, DAPSC. So many steps are taken by the government. बट अगेन इसके साथ साथ इट इज ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट कि जो एक्चुअली उनके बेसिक राइट्स है रिगार्डिंग द फॉरेस्ट, दे मस्ट ऑल्सो बी ऑल्टर्ड. And here we just now discuss regarding the mission for another moonshot movement. So Chandrayaan 4 mission develop technologies for spacecraft to come back to Earth after successfully landing on the moon. And further development of the Venus orbiter mission. जैसे ये second होएगा after the Mars orbiter mission or the MOM mission in 2013. Just now discussed regarding it. फिर 10% increase in non-urea fertilizer subsidy. तो कैसे प्रमोशन हो रहा है of the use of non-urea? How is the government promoting it? And of course, nutrient-based subsidies, as you just now discussed this key term. Next, renewed push to make in India exports ease of doing business. तो here again, make in India ease of business, कैसे ये और ज़्यादा प्रमोट कर सकता है the FDI in the country, क्या क्या इन्वेस्टमेंट हो रही है, फर्दर प्रमोशन एंड ग्रोथ इन द इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर, जैसे हम देखते हैं उसकी कितनी ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है. एंड बिजनेस के रिगार्डिंग ही वी ऑल्सो कैन डिस्कस अबाउट द नेशनल मोनेटाइजेशन पाइपलाइन, जिसमें अगेन वी टॉक अबाउट द लीसिंग एंड जो अभी करेंटली अंडर यूटिलाइजेशन है of the government infrastructure, उसको utilize करना. Second is public private partnership, that is important. And third is mainly regarding the disinvestment. So these are all the major ways जिससे हम जो private sector है and जो labor intensive sectors है उनको और ज़्यादा हम grow कर सकते हैं because of the again the demographic discipline that India has. उसको we can harness or exploit the potential. तो road debt, तो rebate of duties and taxes on exported products schemes. So here again the main focus is regarding the exports, how they can actually help India. So on the import side, to curb the concessional imports of gold and silver for Dubai under the India UAE Comprehensive Economic Partnership. Basic custom duties को reduce करा गया है of these metals from 15 to 6%. E-platform to serve as a single point contact for existing and aspiring exporters. Next, simplification and ease of compliance key tax themes. तो टैक्स की जब हम बात करते हैं, when we talk about GST specifically, recently we read that there should be tweaks regarding the income tax slabs, and in the GST we read specifically about the issues of the multi-structural aspect that is included here. कि अलग-अलग commodities से there will be different rates of taxes. So that should be compartmentalized into just 3 categories. ताकि जो ease है of paying the taxes etc. that can all be managed rather than going by from product to product. So OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. So new scheme, government clears 1000 crore credit guarantee scheme for farmers. So the government has approved this 1000 crore credit guarantee scheme for pledge financing availed by the farmers against the electronic negotiable warehouse receipts after depositing commodities in the accredited warehouses. So again, warehousing development and regulatory authority. So when we talk about the cold storages and warehousing as well, तो currently इंडिया में क्या क्या challenges है warehousing की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो जो 70% of storage facilities है वो majorly they are used for the storage of potatoes themselves. उनके अलावा जो जो other food है food products हैं उनके लिए that is not that much available. तो मेजरली प्रायोरिटी में जैसे हम टॉप की बात करते हैं टोमेटो अनियन एंड पोटैटो बिकॉज दीज आर अगेन द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट वंस मोस्ट बेसिक वंस which are used in almost every vegetables even while we cook and secondly ये perishable भी बहुत ज्यादा है इसीलिए it becomes important to establish cold storage facilities for these products specifically. और जब हम क्रेडिट गारंटी की बात करते हैं तो what are the major challenges here? तो क्रेडिट में अगेन जो लोन्स होते हैं they cannot be the ultimate solution. Of course, they can help but again increasing the reliance the self-reliance of the individuals by creating such opportunities through subsidies etc. in सबका एक balance is required and also regarding the waiving off of the credits that also comes with major challenges. Next, trading volumes in GSEC market surge. So government securities market में there have been surge in the trading volumes. So foreign investors they buy bonds expecting US Fed rate cuts. So this shows the impact of the international market on India. So average trading volumes in the government securities they have surged by 63% as traders expect the US Federal Reserve to cut interest rates on Wednesday. So Mansi, how is it that a rate cut will increase
It
the
there will be rate cuts, so the interest profit of the investors that will decline. So they are seeing that what are the other and better opportunities to invest where they have better returns and profits in the form of interest rate. So that is why we are seeing that demand for the investment in government securities of India is increasing because they are stable, they are more safer, and the interest rate would be comparatively higher than the interest rate in the US market.
hmm. Next, decontrol urea. So a green urea mission has economic environmental benefit of $1 trillion over 25 years. So green urea mission success will depend on the extent of government control over the urea sector. So since the green revolution, the nation has relied on urea to provide the natural necessary for higher crop yields. आज क्या है यूरिया accounts for 56% of all fertilizers and nearly 80% of all the nitrogenous fertilizers used. लेकिन जो ये ओवर रिलायंस है, अगेन इट हैज हाई कॉस्ट ऑन द इकोनॉमी एंड द इन्वायरमेंट, क्योंकि ये अनसस्टेनेबल प्रोपोर्शंस को रीच कर गया। तो रिकमेंडेड रेशियो क्या है ऑफ द नाइट्रोजन, फॉस्फोरस एंड पोटेशियम? इट इज 4:2:1। एंड 2022-23 में एक्चुअल एप्लीकेशंस कितनी थी? 11:6, 11:4:1। तो हायर देन रिक्वायर्ड यूज ऑफ नाइट्रोजन एंड फॉस्फोरस। तो इनको रेगुलेट करना इज इम्पोर्टेंट।
This is because the excessive use of only NPK or urea fertilizers is because government provides subsidy for these fertilizers. So farmers, they find them to be relatively cheaper in the market. So that is why this reform has been suggested, that government should decontrol the prices and prices should be market determined on the basis of the demand and supply. And this is also important from the perspective of raising the agricultural productivity or improving the soil fertility. And also important, it will be a step in terms of enhancing the crop rotation also. So we have the solutions. One is decontrol the price, one is going ahead with the green urea, or thirdly neem coated urea.
एंड ऑल्सो इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम की बोला है इसमें, बिकॉज 84% of the urea it was produced from imported natural gas, and 21% of total consumption was imported urea. So nearly 90% जो urea consume हो रहा है, it was either imported or produced using imported natural gas. इसीलिए
Also, it promotes the
इकोनॉमिक बर्डन।
surface water and groundwater, also nitrate pollution, along with the release of greenhouse gases. So problems are more than the benefits.
And soil leaching also takes place. For the green urea mission, Mansi, if you can take up the important points.
So green urea, one we can say it can be in the form of neem coated urea, where the rate of discharge of urea is slowed down when we are using the neem coated urea. So the actual amount that is needed, that is we can say is made available to the plants as again a fertilizer. And in this we see that we are promoting natural farming and reducing the proportion of urea in the nitrogenous fertilizers also when we're talking about the production level. So it is more economically viable. It will be more environmentally safer also, and even safer from the perspective of food security as well. So existing urea manufacture plants are based on natural gas to green hydrogen. We can have a shift on this basis and renewable energy by 2050. So production from green hydrogen, that is the cheapest route for India to produce urea from 2027 onwards. So green hydrogen, not just as a fuel, we can say when we're talking about having or the availability of a sustainable alternative fuel in terms of again using it as a power source for the vehicles, but also it is important for the fertilizer industry. So the mission should also have a 30 to 30 target for 2050. That is increasing the area under the non-chemical farming to 30%, improving this NUE by 30%, reducing proportion of urea and nitrogenous fertilizers by 30%. So this is important for PT.
Hmm. So MSMEs seek more time to adapt to new safety norms. So we have recently been discussing about this कि कैसे जो GTR है, GTRA है, Global Trade Research Initiative, they have suggested this, and the Ministry of Heavy Industries, they have actually designed these new safety rules for the machinery and electrical equipment for the production, especially of the domestically used products. कि कैसे the heavy industry ministry they introduced the machinery and electrical equipment safety omnibus technical regulation order 2024. So safety practices होंगी with the global standards as well. तो इससे और ज्यादा एफर्ट्स डालने पड़ेंगे. It is expected to hit the MSMEs the hardest. as safety concerns इतने ज़्यादा follow नहीं होते हैं, but now they will have to be. But again, quality को enhance करना will be a major benefit for the country. International standard certification. Next, Indian markets resilient in past 2 decades amid Fed cycles. The US Federal Reserve's meeting on Wednesday night, Capital Mind Financial Services study showed कि जो Indian markets हैं, they have been resilient over the past 2 decades, largely unaffected by the Fed stance.
So it is not just a recent phenomena, even when you can see that we are comparing how the Indian markets have performed between 1990 and 1994. So given that the US Fed easing cycles were happening during that time period, Nifty it surged by 310%. So even recently, we are seeing that there is no direct linkage between how the US market or other developed countries markets are performing. If there's a major crash, so Indian markets have not crashed with such a, we can say, large scale and intensity as we have seen in the foreign markets. So this showcases the resilience, or we can say even the, we have seen the increased participation of the retail investors in India. So that has also been one of the major factors driving this resilience, or we can say the growth.
Thank you everyone for joining. It was a fruitful session, and we will continue with the next set of important articles in the next session. Thank you.